Since the cowbell broke the microphone the last time around, I'm only going to use it once this time. Well, that's the cowbell. So, since we've not only broken the cowbell and the mic, I'm going to suggest that we get to, thank you. I'm delighted again to welcome you to the OPC Awards ceremony as we get to the meat of the evening, or at least the most nourishing portion, our awards. For our co-presenters tonight, we are truly privileged to have with us two giants of our profession, the great Lester Holt, the NBC News anchor, I've been trying to snag for a couple of years now, but this year there weren't any tornadoes to keep him away, and the brilliant executive editor of the International Herald Tribune, Alison Smale, who's come to us all the way from Paris, or should I say Neuilly, and just off the plane this afternoon. But first, my predecessor as OPC president, Alan Dodds-Frank, would like to spend a moment telling you about our newest and most exciting initiative, the Global Parachute. Alan?
Thank you, David. Some of you in this room know about Global Parachute because you have contributed pieces to this website, or I've asked you to, and your deadline is near. Anyway, first, our profound thanks to Calvin Sims and the Ford Foundation for inspiring the Overseas Press Club. There he is, right over here. Once a great reporter, now a generator of thought to protect the free press worldwide. Anyway, thanks, Ford. They've inspired us to launch OPC Global Parachute, which is a secure online community designed to connect journalists to help one another cover dangerous and distant places. OPC Global Parachute Executive Director Amy Vittrack, Managing Editor Susan Killy and I, they're both over here, they've been working day and night on this website, and I invite you to join opcglobalparachute.org. Please log in, connect, and share. In our first phase, Global Parachute compiles detailed information and contacts for 19 countries. The public portion of the website rounds up facts you need to know before you parachute into a country. Membership is free for journalists, but you must join to get access to the exclusive insights provided by our on-the-ground reporters and to interactivity to our members and our protected country-by-country contact lists. Many of our contributors are OPC scholarship winners who have graduated to reporting from abroad as professionals. They are helping us shape safe, smart approaches to news gathering on the front lines for today's journalists. Some of you may remember the old bureau chiefs who would take you to the bar and give you great bits of advice before sending you off to the jungle, the desert, or the swamp. Those bureaus are mostly gone. Now, Global Parachute can fill that gap by linking rookies with seasoned veterans. Not that I want to call anybody in this room a seasoned veteran. How do you find a fixer in Pakistan? Check Global Parachute. You need a translator in Yemen? Check Global Parachute. What about negotiating bribes to get through customs? Check Global Parachute. In our reporter's notes section, you will find yarns, tricks of the trade, historical perspective. Enjoy everything from equipment tips and reporting lessons to great anecdotes about how I sneaked through customs or I got that great scoop. And how about old war stories? Start with Roy Rowan and Seymour Topping, both here tonight, the last two American reporters who covered the conflict for the control of China between Mao and Chiang Kai-shek. Longtime OPC members, they're on Global Parachute with their recollections and suggestions. So help us enrich the vibrant exchange of information among correspondents around the world. Please log on and join our community. And remember, as my old boss Ted Turner always told his troops, there are no foreigners, just people overseas. Thank you. Michael Serrell, our chairman of the awards.
Thank you, Alan. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael Serrell, chairman of the awards committee organizing effort. The world outside the U.S. provided ample opportunity for award-winning journalism last year, and the people in this room took advantage of it. You'll find a list of the awards they've won in your copy of our annual magazine, Dateline. We thank Forbes Asia editor Tim Ferguson and art director Nancy Novick for their work on that publication. You won't be surprised to learn that a plurality of this year's awards, Overseas Press Club Awards, featured words and images from two events: the uprisings of the Arab Spring and the earthquake and tsunami that rocked Japan. Our winners in both categories earned our judges' plaudits by taking some great personal risks. Beyond the Middle East and Japan, the award winners and their topics are a portrait of diversity, ranging from Europe's sovereign debt crisis to the fight in developing nations to reduce unnecessary deaths in childbirth. Normally, the OPC doesn't allow a single entry to win more than one award. We made an exception this year in the case of an extraordinary film series by New York's WNET called War, Women, and Peace, which looked at the role of women in a half-dozen conflicts around the world. With a near-record 520 entries and 27 awards, picking winners was an especially daunting challenge this year. We thank the 88 judges for donating their time to help recognize the best of international journalism. Award winners will receive a certificate and a check for $1,000. And as Bill Holstein pointed out, the PC company Lenovo is congratulating each winner tonight with their newest IdeaPad Ultrabook laptop.